All right, all right, all right. Welcome back to Glorious Bastards and Magnificent. It is I, Doc Camo.
It has begun!
And we're back for my thought of the day.
How dare you!
And we're going to get through some admin things here before we get into today's topic, which is the dominoes are falling, the country's collapsing, and same with China too. Like the Lehman Brothers just collapsed, but it's a
Winning? No.
New Hampshire's trying to leave the. There's a bunch of things going down. We're going to talk about, but please like, share, subscribe. The engagement gets you the shirt of the month. We have Americans trapped in Afghanistan, but I'm so glad there are no more mean tweet shirts. Engagement, but it's more important for you guys to go to the damn website because if New Hampshire, if we succeeding from the Union, I definitely don't have any money, and I'll have to go to work a regular job, which is not a big deal. There's plenty of jobs out there, but I won't have time for this.
Winning? No.
So the more support I can get with this, the more time and money I have for this, the more time and money I can put into this without sacrificing my ability to eat or shelter myself. Because let's be honest, that the eating food and putting a roof over my head and my dog's head is more important than sharing the news. But I'm glad we're going to share the news as long as we can. I mean, even I'll continue to share the news. It's just like we'll be going down to like very minimal news sharing.
Winning? No.
If I have to go get a job, because I don't know how to juggle a job and this, because this is a full-time job and I don't have the money to pay for somebody to handle the editing portion, which is a huge chunk that I could use to focus on doing a legitimate job. But let's get into this first article right here. New Hampshire reps proposed becoming a free nation in the wake of what they didn't say it was for that, but it came right after that happened. So that this was the final domino that like made New Hampshire lawmakers be like, enough is enough. Mark Milley being a borderline treasonous, definitely seditious piece of
You suck!
but anyways, we'll talk about that Benedict Arnold a bit later. Lawmakers wanted New Hampshire to declare independence. Bienvenue. Oh, well, welcome to New Hampshire. The Center Square, a New Hampshire lawmaker, is pushing for a referendum asking the state's voters if they want to secede from the United States. So, like, they want us to vote on whether or not we want to be. Like, I mean, I'll fucking Free State Project all the way. I'm voting yes. Yes to freedom. If it's freedom, it's yes. Yes, 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 yes. State Rep Mike Sylvia and Belmont Republicans said he's filed a proposed constitutional amendment that would ask voters in the 2020 midterm elections to break ties with Washington, D.C. and become a separate nation state. In an interview, Sylvia has said he filed the measure in response to the federal government's actions to prevent spread of the coronavirus, including the U.S. Center for Disease Control and Prevention's eviction ban, and more recently, President Joe Biden's mandate requiring federal workers to get vaccinated. There are hundreds of examples of the federal government overstepping its authority, he told the Center Square. Enough is enough. We should put this before the voters to decide. And it's right. New Hampshires should decide.
That's how winning is done!
It's like we should decide what goes on in our own goddamn state. The people have the power. And if the people want to be independent, which we do, then the people, because like I've been talking about this with everyone, and nobody I've talked to about this is not on board with it. He said, while secession would likely mean a loss of federal funding and other support from Washington, there would also be benefits for New Hampshire's residents, such as not having to pay a federal income tax. New Hampshire has no state tax income tax. We are a donor state that pays out more in federal income taxes than we get back, Sylvia said. If cleared for the ballot, the referendum would read, New Hampshire peacefully declares independence from the United States and immediately proceeds as a sovereign nation. All other references to the United States in this Constitution, state status, and regulations are nullified. The long-short proposal, which was filed with the Office of Legislation Services, would need to be considered in the next legislative session that gets underway in January. To make it to the ballot, the measure would need to be approved by 60% vote of the GOP-controlled House and Senate before it could be put before voters in the 2022 elections. I mean, this is a fucking God. Come on, guys, you got this. You fucking got this. Under state law, it wouldn't require approval from Republican Governor Chris Sununu. The more is backed by a conservative group called Liberty Bloc, which says New Hampshire voters haven't had the chance to re-evaluate their relationship with the federal government in hundreds of years. This is how winning is done. This is how you do it. This is how you lead the way. I mean, I fully expect Uncle Sam to like send in the drones and whatnot and not allow this to happen. But this is just beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful. The ancestors made the decision to join the Union 240 years ago in a different world, one in which the federal government did not violate our every right and did not steal half of our money to fund their tyranny, the group posted. The group published a list of more than 70 reasons that the New Hampshire should secede from the Union, ranging from federal anti-gun laws to corona fascism and violations of civil rights by federal agencies, and suggested that the Granite State was well positioned to go it alone. New Hampshire citizens are the hardest workers and earn the most money, which is demonstrated by our continent leading median household income, the group posted. We don't need DC politicians to be wealthy. Sylvia recently came under criticism over comments he made on social media suggesting that the pro-successionists use stereotypes about illegal immigrants to further their cause. They drew a you're racist. Stop being racist because you want to be free. They drew a sharp rebuke from House Speaker Sherman Pickard R. Londonderry, who called the comment shameful. Succession is not something House Republican leadership is even remotely involved with, nor do we condone racial stereotyping of any kind, Packard said in a statement. Last year, Sylvia was one of 7 lawmakers who signed a statement calling Sununu a tyrant and declaring that New Hampshire's government was illegitimate. No, the federal government is illegitimate.
Winning.
New Hampshire's Democratic Party Chairman Ray Buckley shrugged off Sylvia's succession proposal as bat crap crazy in a post social media. New Hampshire isn't the only state where lawmakers have proposed succession. In California, Texas, and Utah, lawmakers have proposed similar measures in recent years seeking to sever ties with the federal government. None have gained much traction. That's because they basically will embargo you. They'll trade embargo you. So you can't get resources in, which is I'm glad we have our own port. But like so like one of us that can the northeastern states that can succeed and they can maintain and take care of themselves, we have to lead the way because the rest of the states, they're not going to allow it to happen. They're going to like embargo you at trade and like force you, they're going to play the same dirty tricks we've used on other countries because that's just how they do, because tyrants are tyrants. I'm just saying.